Hey guys, Jordan here. Today we're going to do a quick review of Tomb Raider, the new one, the remake. It's a very good game, overall. It's not a lot like the classic Tomb Raider that we all grew up playing and that we all experienced. It's more of a shooter now, with stealth-like elements. But I had a lot of fun for it. And there's this really interesting aspect of the game where you can find artifacts and diaries, and I really enjoyed it. I felt like it added to the world. It added a very good feeling that, oh, this place is bigger than it actually is. It made it feel like a lot of people visited this island, and it's not just, oh yeah, here's some ancient artifacts from this one period. It's, oh, here's ancient artifacts from everyone who visited the island, and here's journal entries and diaries from various people who survived here. And I liked it a lot. While I did see the ending coming fairly early on in the game, I still enjoyed it. I still wanted to play it and see how it was going to turn out and experience everything. So despite knowing what was going to happen, well, not knowing for sure, but guessing what was going to happen, I still wanted to play it. With that said, though, the first half an hour of the game dragged on for me. I really didn't get into it until after that first half hour, which isn't a bad time for games, but I just wanted to warn everyone, if you do play the game, expect the first half hour to not be that great. I didn't feel invested into any of the characters at all at that point, but later on, almost immediately after that half hour mark, I started caring and started being like, oh wow, this game's really interesting, I want to find out what happens. Now, onto the stealth aspect of the game. Stealth wasn't fantastic. It wasn't a great part of the game, but it also wasn't terrible. I didn't feel like I was missing out because I wasn't succeeding in stealth. I felt like it wasn't what they were focusing on. I felt like they were more focusing on it being a shooter with stealth-like aspects, where if you wanted, you could be stealthy in some parts, but that's not what the game's about. It's not about the stealth. It's more about the shooting aspect, which is fine. I enjoyed it. I tried to use stealth as much as possible, but sometimes they would just send waves of enemies after you, and I still enjoyed those waves of enemies coming after us, because the combat it's designed well. The combat engine is designed very well. When you're pulling the bow back, you feel like you're actually firing a bow instead of a gun. And the guns, they're guns, but when you get later in, you can upgrade them, and that's a very cool aspect to me. Instead of just finding a gun and being like, oh, this is your gun, and oh, this is a new gun, just finding new guns, finding a new pistol every level or whatever. You find, you use points to find upgrades, which is pretty cool. But it also, while it seems like they're giving you a choice, they're not really giving you that much of a choice. You don't have too much of choices in your skill points or your upgrading your weapons, especially with the skill points, because with the skill points, you have to get so many skill points before you can unlock the next tier. But there's so little skill points that it's almost all of the skill points of the tier before, which is fine. It's a very linear game in the first place. It has open world parts where you can use different methods and different routes to get to the same endpoint, which works well for this game. All in all, this was a really good game. I enjoyed it. I think that it's definitely worth the price. I think it's about $20 right now on Steam, and if it's on sale, if it goes on sale for any reason, I recommend you pick it up wholeheartedly. It's definitely worth your time and interest. Thanks for listening, everyone. This has been my review of Tomb Raider. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will continue to make more. There'll be more videos to come soon. And, thank you so much for watching.